Namaste. Blessings, sacred sisters. Just a moment. The place in me that is whole and complete and love sees and honors that place in you, even with the mosquitoes. This is number 2. Oh, I just saw pileated woodpecker medicine blessed us. Pileated woodpecker reminds us that we are to live to the beat of our own drum. They have the most unique way of flying. It's like a very amazing. I'm gonna just flew over as I was starting this. So this is number 2 in a series of belief repatterning videos to support you in shifting anything around #metoo to come today to a place of whole and healed and shift out of fault, finding fault. If you have any other struggles or challenges around #metoo and you would like to send them to me as I'm creating these, then I will happily include them. And of course, I'm always available to support you as your coach. It would be my pleasure and delight if you resonate with me. So let us begin. So we are shifting fault to healed and whole with belief repatterning, which is a trademark by my teacher and mentor and the coach who I'm blessed to be trained by, Suze Casey of Belief Repatterning. So it's not, I have learned lots of modalities in the past, which have been phenomenal and excellent, all of them. This one is actually a trademark. It's a very specific process. So I encourage you to, if you haven't experienced it before, you can experience it with me right now. So today we're going to shift fault and the #metoo. There's nothing wrong. These are not bad, the feelings or words on the left. The reality is if we stay in them, so for example, anger or grief. Anger is very powerful. Anger can shift things sometimes, us out of a state that we're in into action when we're angry. Grief is important. It's important to grieve endings and to cry and allow tears to flow. If we live there and stay there, then it becomes draining and unhealthy. So today we are shifting fault because it's very draining and it's not healthy to stay there. And I also want to acknowledge for you that whatever happened to you regarding the #metoo, whether you experienced mental, physical, emotional, sexual abuse of some form, even if a lover, a partner entered you too quickly. So from the most horrific to the most small, it all hurts us and it's in our body and in our memories. And I want to acknowledge that. So I am so sorry. Beautiful. Probably is actually a vireo bird. That's my namesake. Just showed up in front of me on the left. And they're just over in the trees right now. And blessing. So I am so sorry that happened. And if there's more around this, again, I am here and it would be my honor and privilege to support you. And just take a moment to breathe that in, have a drink of water. And it's important after the statements that we're going to use with the belief repatterning that you take a breath in through your nose and blow out through your mouth. This allows clearing and releasing, and it also allows integration, and it allows the new neural pathways to form. So regarding #metoo, whatever happened to you, I want you to know it was not your fault. It is not your fault. I have coached a lot of women, probably hundreds of women, and there's nothing you can tell me that would cause me to tell you it's your fault. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't care what you were wearing. I don't care what you were doing. I don't care where you were. No matter what, it was not your fault. It does not serve you. No fault. Blaming yourself or anyone will only keep hurting you. It will never, ever serve you. So I used my pocket full of possibilities to look what we would rather feel. What would we move toward? So shifting, and a hummingbird is now showing up. Hummingbird is about sweetness in life. So I would rather feel sweetness and whole and healed. Now, if the word whole or healed, if they don't resonate with you, I invite you to pick another word. Pick another word and just replace my word. The other thing that I want to add is, again, words on this side, feelings on that side are what drains us. And the upside, and tonight I'm going to take you to the upside, or today, to a place where you are uplifted. It's about uplifting you, shifting you. And when you're on this side, you have open to the prefrontal cortex in your brain. You have open to reason and possibilities and creativity. When we're on this side, where it's draining, we don't have access. We're in our fight, flight, freeze, reptilian mind. That's why it's not your fault. It's not your fault because you were in that reptilian mind of fight, flight, or freeze. And there's no way you could access possibilities. It's not possible. It's not possible with the brain. If you were experiencing fear, if you were experiencing anything on the downside that's draining, you would not have had access to reason and to choice in that moment. You have access to it now as we move forward together. And that is why I'm here. You have access to, just like Viktor Frankl, he chose how he was going to take those experiences. That's what this is about. It's about your freedom now. So I'm also going to bring the words from our first belief repatterning around #metoo. If you have not seen that, you may find it on my website, dancingpleasuregoddess.ca, under blogs. It will be there. You can look up blogs. dancingpleasuregoddess.ca. So last time we worked with strength and survivor. So we're going to draw on that strength here today so that you can move towards whole and healed. I love to look up the words. I find it helps my mind to settle and to move toward healed. Definition of healed: to make healthy, whole, or sound. Restore to health. Free from ailment. To bring to an end or conclusion, as conflicts between people or groups, usually with the strong implication of restoring former amity. Settle, reconcile. to free from evil, cleanse, purify, to effect a cure of a wound, broken bone, etc., to become whole or sound, mend, get well, often followed by up or over. Get over something, get well, get better. Synonyms: cure, compose, disinfect, purge, soothe. So I've highlighted a few of them here. Make healthy, restore. Do you want to be restored? Purify, soothe. So again, if you don't relate to the word healthy or healed, the word healed, you may choose another word, and you might want to choose one from this page. The word whole, comprising the full quantity, amount, extent, number, without diminution or exception, entire, full, or total, containing all the elements properly belonging, complete, undivided, in one piece. In mathematics, it's integral, not fractional, not broken, damaged, or impaired, intact, uninjured or unharmed, sound, pertaining to all aspects of human nature, especially one's physical, intellectual, and spiritual development. I would add on there emotional. The whole assemblage of parts or elements belonging to a thing, the entire quantity, account, extent, or number. A thing complete in itself, or comprising all its parts or elements. Synonyms: altogether, perfect, self-whole. So I've highlighted a few words for our minds: full, total, complete, in one piece, intact, all aspects, my nature, your nature, belonging, a thing complete in itself, belonging to yourself, complete in and of yourself, altogether, perfect. And self-whole was a word. I didn't know that they considered self-whole a word. So would you rather feel fault, or would you rather feel all of these wonderful definitions of healed and whole? I'd rather move towards healed and whole, personally. I'm sure you're choosing that as well because you're here. So we did this a little bit last time, and I want to reinforce, because in order to facilitate change, we need two things: emotion and repetition. So we're building the positive emotion, and I'm repeating things for a purpose, because that's what helps build the neural pathways in our brain and our mind. So who helps you feel whole when you forget who you are? For me, God, faith, divinity, source, that helps me. My momo, my grandmother, who's on the other side, she helps me feel whole. My mom, my dad, my beloved, my friends today, especially Cindy, Shelley, and Colleen, and there's more. So if I didn't include you, it doesn't mean you don't help me feel whole. I only have so much space on this page. So if you are watching this and we are connected, then I am sure that you also contribute to my wholeness. My coaches, Allie and Julie, and there'll be more coaches and in the future, and they won't be on this page, so I include all my past and future coaches. My mentor, Suze. my belief repatterning team, and my two sons, Lucas and Ada. So who helps you feel whole when you forget who you are? It's really powerful to write this down. And you know, I don't have a perfect relationship with my mom and dad. I will tell you though that belief repatterning has absolutely made it better. Do we still have moments? Absolutely. Do we still have challenges? Absolutely. What's happened as a result of belief repatterning is I don't need to stay there. It's not who I am being. I might feel certain things with them, but I don't stay there and I don't become whatever is going on. I'm able to stay and be in my wholeness. Or if something's stirred up, I'm able to move toward whole and healed. And same with my sons. Do we have moments? Of course. Am I perfect? No. Am I perfect in my perfections? Yes. So are you. What allows you or return, I see dragonfly now, dragonfly medicine. What allows you or returns you to your natural wholeness? Again, I'm sharing some from before. Rest. Rest is always at the top of the list. If all else fails, I just go to bed. I just go to sleep. Sleep on it. My daily sacred pleasure practice, my yoni jade egg, my Finnish sauna, prayer, my belief repatterning, chanting mantras, my kundalini dance, love making, sacred union, being in nature, being near water, taking photos of beauty, serving you right now. That supports me in returning to wholeness. So, drinking water, that returns me to wholeness and hydration. So with these statements, I encourage you to breathe in through your nose, blow out or exhale out your mouth, and that allows integration. And if they don't quite fit you the way I have them, please change them to suit you. This is for you. We start with forgiveness. I forgive myself for believing that I need to keep feeling that it is my fault. Blaming myself only hurts me. So you can repeat the statements, like I said, as they are, or change them. I forgive myself for believing other people's judgments, opinions, and beliefs over my own. I forgive myself for believing that I need to keep looking for whose fault it was or is. I forgive myself for believing that the way things have been in the past is how they need to stay now and in the future. Instead of staying stuck in fault, your fault, his fault, my fault, feelings from those past experiences, how would you rather feel and be? What would you rather choose? Permission. I give myself permission to let go of finding fault. Staying in fault is toxic. It keeps me stuck in the past. It hurts me and my feminine essence. If you're a man, you can say masculine essence, or it might hurt your feminine essence too. We have both in us. It is in the way of me healing and moving forward with my life. I give myself permission to expand in feeling healed and whole. Choice. I can choose to keep finding fault and pointing fingers. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Or I can choose to expand in feeling and being healed and whole. I like this way better. I can't do both. So I choose to expand in feeling and being healed and whole. And I can choose to draw on my inner strength from our last belief repatterning for support. Now, if you have any monkeys coming in your mind, or maybe inner coach supporting or strengthening, in a one-on-one session, I would support you in shifting if there was anything contrary coming up. And if there was something supportive, we would actually strengthen that belief as well. I am free to expand and feeling healed and whole when I eat a ripe, healthy avocado after this belief repatterning session. It is healing and wholesome. You are most welcome to eat an avocado after this session. If you would rather eat something else, you can replace it with that or something else that you are free to do. So I am free today to experience healed and whole when I am free to experience healed and whole right now when I look out over the beautiful view. I'm going to show it to you. And I breathe this view in. This is where I'm blessed to live at Amisk Lake. So choose something for yourself that you are free to do, to feel whole and hold. That's quite funny. That too, if you want, if that helps you. All right, how about healed and whole? I am free to feel healed and whole when I walk barefoot and feel Mother Earth beneath my feet. I can breathe in the healing energy of the earth. So after this belief repatterning video, I am going to go and walk barefoot on the earth and feel healed and whole. I know what healed and whole feels like. I felt healed and whole when I lay naked in my finished sauna on the bench, enjoyed the rejuvenating steam, and then drew on my strength to take a dip in the cold lake last Sunday evening. And even though I made a mistake in my spelling words there, I still can feel healed and whole because there are many other words that I spelled correctly. So I can find fault with myself for those words that I misspelled. Or I can look at all the other words in the sentence that are actually spelled correctly. What happens is when I'm reading it in my mind, it sounds differently than when I say it aloud. So I give myself permission to expand and feeling healed and whole, and watch the ducks that just flew by. So think of a time in your life where you felt healed and whole. And you may make up your own affirmation statement. And affirmation is not about trying to say something that you wish you could experience, which is why a lot of us struggled in the past with Louise Hay, who is amazing, brought her affirmations. The problem was we were trying to affirm something that wasn't true or that we didn't feel. What Suze Casey has developed with belief repatterning is a way to get from that ailment to how we really want to feel, to being healed and whole. I've experienced being healed and whole when I led and danced crown chakra and opened to more bliss last Thursday evening. It felt peaceful and blissful. I really like this. I am grateful for noticing that fault. Fault finding from the past, because it has allowed me to move toward feeling and being healed and whole. I am a woman, or if you're a man, you can use man, or if you don't relate to the word woman, you may use another word, or just skip it altogether. I am a woman who is expanding in being healed and whole. And this feels calming and peaceful. I am healed and whole. That is who I really am. And that last statement, if you're feeling that, go for that. If you're feeling like you're not quite there yet, then you can just say, you could say, I am expanding in or moving toward healed and whole. Whatever is true for you. So if you would like more belief repatterning, you can find me, or there's also other belief specialists and practitioners. If you don't resonate with me, find one who works for you on beliefrepatterning.com. Look up team and then belief specialist, or I will soon be up practitioners. You can find me by scrolling up to practitioners and then Vireo. So June 6, 2018, recently I celebrated my 1-year anniversary of my belief repatterning. So grateful for that moment in 2017. It has continued to transform my life. And I am now an expert on supporting women, especially in shifting shame and blame and not enoughness to more self-acceptance, self-love, and self-confidence. If you are already part of Sacred Pleasure Path Sisterhood, awesome, thank you. And if you are not, you are welcome to request to join. It is a closed group, which you can find, but you need to request to join. It is private in the sense that only those who are part of the group can see the posts. Also, I am, as I'm completing this video right now with you, I am in the process of completing my beta of Sacred Pleasure Path program, and it will soon be launching for the public to join. My commitment to you with Sacred Pleasure Path program is 9 weeks to deeper inner fulfillment and connection to your sacred, sensual self. Who wants more of that? Bumblebee just flew by here. So for the next week or more, how can you experience and celebrate healed and whole? Well, one, you're here. So give yourself on the pat on the back because you've already expanded and healed and whole by showing up here today. As I was completing these slides, more animal medicine. Chipmunk has been visiting me, sending you chipmunk medicine. Chipmunk reminds us that we need to see both negative and positive sides of an issue. Chipmunk also reminds us to pay attention to new details and changes in our lives. I am so grateful for your presence. I'm grateful for Shiva behind me. I am Shakti. Shakti is the feminine and Shiva is the masculine. And I am grateful to all the men in my life who have supported me in my wholeness and my healing. I'm grateful to the women as well. And I call on, the reason I have Shiva behind me here is to call on my own inner masculine to support me in my own wholeness. And that has actually been a big part of my journey that brought me here today to share this with you. Is 2 years ago, I was in a very dark place. And about 6 months after that, I found Sacred Femininity by Tao Tantric Arts. I went to Thailand for 6 weeks, and that was the beginning of me choosing. Actually, I chose 2 years ago, almost to the day. I chose that I wanted to come to a place of wholeness with myself, and that was my prayer, is help me, universe, to find wholeness within myself And that was 2 years ago that I made that choice. And lots of healing has transpired in the last 2 years. Sacred femininity in Thailand, Bali, more orgasmic healing and sexuality, healing around money, because money and sex are connected. So lots of awareness is there. And then, of course, a year ago and a few days, the leaf repatterning has transformed and continues to transform my life and all of those around me. So deepest of gratitude. Thank you so much for allowing me to bless you and support you here today. I love you. I see you. I see your wholeness. You are already healed. You are perfect. Namaste, sister or brother, depending on who you are.